हेलो 10th क्लास स्टूडेंट्स, हाउ आर यू? आप लोग कैसे हो? आज मैं आप लोगों के लिए साइंस का लेक्चर प्रकाश यानी लाइट लेकर आया हूँ, जो आप लोगों के स्टडी में, अध्ययन में सहायक होगा, मदद करेगा। आप हमारे चैनल पाठ सेतु को सब्सक्राइब करना न भूलिए। आप ऐसा करेंगे तो हमारा नेक्स्ट लेक्चर सबसे पहले आप लोगों के पास पहुंचेगा। इसलिए आप लाइक सब्सक्राइब अवश्य करें। धन्यवाद। आज हम इस चैप्टर में लाइट के संबंध में बात करेंगे, जैसे रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट एंड रिफ्रैक्शन ऑफ लाइट। इस चैप्टर में सबसे पहले प्रकाश क्या होता है, इससे संबंधित बातें करेंगे और वस्तुओं को हम किस प्रकार से देख सकते हैं, इससे संबंधित बातें करेंगे। व्हाट इज लाइट? प्रकाश क्या होता है? लाइट इज a kind of energy which helps us to see the objects. प्रकाश एक प्रकार की ऊर्जा होती है जो हमें वस्तुओं को देखने में हमारी मदद करती है। ये मदद प्रकाश की जब रोशनी वस्तुओं के ऊपर पड़ती है तो वस्तुएं उस रोशनी की किरण को हमारी आंखों तक पुनः परावर्तित करती हैं, रिफ्लेक्ट करती हैं, और रिफ्लेक्शन के माध्यम से वस्तुएं हमारी आंखों को दिखाई देती हैं। We can say that an object reflects light that falls on it. This reflected light, when received by our eyes, enables us to see the things. During day, we get sunlight in which objects are visible, whereas in night, we are using other sources of light like torch, bulbs, petromax, etc. दिन के में हम सूर्य की रोशनी में वस्तुओं को देखते हैं, परंतु रात में अंधेरा होता है, इसलिए वस्तुओं को देखने के लिए अन्य लाइट के स्रोत को उपयोग में लाते हैं, जैसे टॉर्च, बल्ब, पेट्रोमैक्स इत्यादि। There are a number of common wonderful phenomena associated with light, such as image formation by mirrors, the twinkling of stars, the beautiful colors of rainbow, bending of light by a medium, and so on. जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि हमारे प्रकाश के माध्यम से बहुत तरह की घटनाएं होती रहती हैं, जैसे शीशे में, प्लेन मिरर में या गोलीय दर्पण में हमारा इमेज बनता है, फॉर्मेशन होता है। आकाश में रात में तारे ट्विंकलिंग करते हैं, टिमटिमाते हैं, और आपने देखा होगा बारिश के मौसम में कभी-कभी आकाश में रेनबो जो सतरंगी कलर में होती हैं, फॉर्म होती हैं, अत्यंत मनमोहक होती हैं। तो हम कह सकते हैं कि इस प्रकार की घटनाएं प्रकाश के वजह से, प्रकाश के कारण होती हैं। लाइट सीम्स टू ट्रेवल इन स्ट्रेट लाइन्स। लाइट यानी प्रकाश एक सीधी रेखा में गमन करता है, सीधी रेखा में चलता है। प्रकाश की किरणें सीधी रेखा में चलती हैं, ऐसा हम प्रैक्टिकल या व्यवहारिक जीवन में देखते हैं। A small source of light casts a sharp shadow of an opaque object, points to this straight line path of light, usually indicated as a ray of light. जो छोटे सोर्स लाइट की होती हैं, वो जब ऑब्जेक्ट के ऊपर पड़ता है तो ऑब्जेक्ट का शैडो, छाया फॉर्म होता है किरणों के माध्यम से। Now we will study what is reflection of light. प्रकाश का परावर्तन क्या होता है? A highly polished surface such as mirror reflects most of the light falling on it is called reflection of lights. जब सूर्य की किरणें एक प्लेन सतह पर पड़ती हैं तो वे अपने मार्ग से रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाती हैं और इस प्रक्रिया को हम रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट कहते हैं। ये दो नियमों का पालन करती हैं। इट्स फॉलोज टू लॉज। नंबर 1 इज द एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस इज इक्वल टू द एंगल ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन। द एंगल बिटवीन normal and incident rays is called incidence angle, and that is I, and the angle between reflected rays and normal is called reflection angle, which is denoted by R. So here we can say that I is equal to R. I हमेशा R के बराबर होता है। The incident rays, the normal to the plane at the point of incidence, and the reflected ray all lies in the same plane. मतलब कि जो इंसिडेंट रेज है, रिफ्लेक्टेड रेज है और नॉर्मल विच इज परपेंडिकुलर लाइन टू द सरफेस ऑफ प्लेन, all the three are in same plane. This is the law of reflection. Now we are going to study how image formation took place by a plane mirror. प्लेन मिरर में इमेज फॉर्मेशन किस तरह से होती है, इस बात को हम अभी देखेंगे। इमेज फॉर्म्ड बाय अ प्लेन मिरर इज ऑलवेज वर्चुअल एंड इरेक्ट। जो प्लेन मिरर में इमेज फॉर्म होती है वह वर्चुअल होती है और सीधी होती है, इरेक्ट होती है। द साइज ऑफ द इमेज इज इक्वल टू दैट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट। जितना बड़ा ऑब्जेक्ट होता है दर्पण में, मिरर में, उतनी ही बड़ी इमेज फॉर्म होती है। द इमेज फॉर्म्ड इज एज फार बिहाइंड द मिरर एज द ऑब्जेक्ट इज इन फ्रंट ऑफ इट। मीन्स जो इमेज दर्पण में, मिरर में फॉर्म होती है वह उतनी ही दूरी पर फॉर्म होती है जितनी दूरी पे ऑब्जेक्ट होता है। जैसे अगर दर्पण से, मिरर से 5 सेंटीमीटर की दूरी पर कोई ऑब्जेक्ट रखा जाए तो उसका इमेज भी 5 सेंटीमीटर की दूरी पर दर्पण के पीछे हमें दिखाई देती है। If an object have 5 cm height and kept at 10 cm distance in front of plane mirror, then image will be at 10 cm behind the mirror, and the size of image will be same as object, and the distance between image and object will be 20 cm. क्या आप लोगों को ये बात समझ में आई? फिर से समझिए। जैसे हम किसी मिरर के सामने 5 सेंटीमीटर की दूरी पर खड़े होते हैं तो हमारी प्रतिबिंब यानी इमेज दर्पण में पीछे 5 सेंटीमीटर की दूरी पर बनती है। यानी हमारे इमेज और ऑब्जेक्ट के बीच की जो दूरी होगी 10 सेंटीमीटर होगी, और जो इमेज का साइज होगा वह ऑब्जेक्ट के साइज के बराबर ही होगा और वर्चुअल होगा और सीधा होगा, इरेक्ट होगा। तो इस प्रकार से हम प्लेन मिरर में इमेज का फॉर्मेशन इंश्योर करते हैं। अब हम स्फेरिकल मिरर्स के बारे में स्टडी करेंगे, अध्ययन करेंगे। We can say that here the reflecting surface of spherical mirrors can be considered to form a part of the surface of a sphere. The reflecting surface of spherical mirror may be curved inwards or outwards. मतलब गोलीय दर्पण जो होता है वह एक गोले का भाग होता है, ऐसा हम कहते हैं, और उसका सरफेस या तो इनवर्ड्स होगा, अंदर की तरफ झुका होगा, या आउटवर्ड्स होगा, बाहर की तरफ उभरा होगा। तो इस प्रकार के दोनों सरफेस को, इनवर्ड्स और आउटवर्ड्स को, हम अलग अलग मिरर के नाम से जानते हैं। नंबर 1 इज कॉनकेव मिरर एंड सेकंड इज कॉन्वेक्स मिरर। कॉनकेव मिरर, a spherical mirror whose reflecting surface is curved inwards, that is, faces towards the center of the sphere, is called a concave mirror. जिसका तल झुका हो उसे कॉनकेव मिरर कहते हैं, अवतल, that is अवतल. So we can say that जिसका सरफेस कर्व्ड हो और झुका हुआ हो उसे हम कॉनकेव मिरर कहते हैं, परंतु जिस दर्पण का, जिस मिरर का तल उभरा हुआ हो, आउटवर्ड्स हो, उस मिरर को हम कॉन्वेक्स मिरर कहते हैं। यानी जिस मिरर का तल बाहर की तरफ हो, उभरा हुआ हो, उस मिरर को हम कॉन्वेक्स मिरर के नाम से जानते हैं। इस प्रकार से हम कह सकते हैं कि स्फेरिकल मिरर्स दो प्रकार की होती है, कॉनकेव मिरर एंड कॉन्वेक्स मिरर। कॉनकेव जिसका तल अवतल हो, मीन्स झुका हुआ हो अंदर की तरफ, उसे कॉनकेव मिरर कहते हैं, और जिसका तल बाहर की तरफ हो, यानी बाहर से उभरा हुआ दिखाई पड़ता हो, ऐसे मिरर को हम कहते हैं स्फेरिकल कॉन्वेक्स मिरर। Now we'll study about spherical mirror definitions such as pole, center of curvature, radius of curvature, principal axis, and focus points. Some more definitions are there. We'll see further slides. Pole is defined as the center of the reflecting surface of a spherical mirror is a point called the pole. The pole is denoted by letter P. Here I have shown ray diagram for image of both type of mirror. The name of mirror you can see here, M and N, and P is the center point. Here I have denoted the letter P. This is known as pole of the mirror. So second, center of curvature. The reflecting surface of a spherical mirror forms a part of a sphere. This sphere has a center. Sphere का एक center होता है जो इस मिरर के रे डायग्राम में हमने सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर के नाम से जानते हैं, एंड इट इज डिनोटेड बाय सी। सी लेटर से इसको डिनोट किया हुआ है, आप रे डायग्राम में देख सकते हैं। रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर, द रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर ऑफ द स्फीयर ऑफ विच द रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस ऑफ ए स्फेरिकल मिरर फॉर्म्स ए पार्ट is called the radius of curvature of the mirror. It is represented by the letter R. Here you can see point C and point P. The distance between point C to point P is called radius of curvature of the mirror. So next is principal axis. We can imagine a straight line passing through the pole. Here you can see pole, and center of curvature C is called principal axis. This is the imaginary line, and drawn between means passing through C and P. Now we can see focus point, rays coming from infinitive. We can imagine the rays coming from infinitive and parallel to the principal axis, this center axis parallel to this principal axis. After reflection, intersecting the principal axis is called, that point is called focus point, and it is denoted by F. अब इंफिनिटिव से आने वाली रेज जो प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस के पैरेलल होती हैं, दर्पण से रिफ्लेक्शन के बाद प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस को काटती हैं, और जिस पॉइंट पर प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस को काटती हैं उस पॉइंट को हम फोकस पॉइंट कहते हैं, और इसे हम लेटर F से डिनोट करते हैं। आप दोनों रे डायग्राम में देख सकते हैं फोकस पॉइंट को। Now we will see focal length, the distance between the pole and the principal focus of a spherical mirror is called the focal length, and it is denoted by letter small f. So we can say that पोल और फोकस पॉइंट के बीच की जो दूरी है उसे हम फोकल लेंथ बोलते हैं, और इसे छोटा f लेटर से डिनोट करते हैं। तो why paper get burned by spherical mirror? This is the question. जब स्पेरिकल मिरर के ऊपर सूर्य की रोशनी पड़ती है तो उसके नीचे जो पेपर रहता है उसको वो जला देता है। ऐसा क्यों? ये क्वेश्चन है, आप जस्ट इसको सोच सकते हैं और मैं तब तक इसका थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेनेशन देता हूं आप लोगों को। द लाइट फ्रॉम द सन इज कन्वर्ज्ड एट ए पॉइंट। सूरज से आने वाली रोशनी किरणों के फॉर्म में आती है और एक पॉइंट पे कन्वर्ज्ड होती हैं, मिलती हैं, ऐसा एज ए शार्प ब्राइट स्पॉट बाय द मिरर। एंड वो लाइट्स जो है एक पॉइंट पर जब कन्वर्ज होती हैं तो वो काफी शार्प और ब्राइट होती हैं और एक सिंगल पॉइंट पे कन्वर्ज होती हैं। In fact, this spot of light is the image of the sun on the sheet of paper. We can say that कि वो पेपर के ऊपर एक तरह से सूरज की इमेज होती है, इमेज फॉर्म होती है। एंड दिस पॉइंट इज द फोकस ऑफ द कॉनकेव मिरर। सो ये कॉनकेव मिरर का फोकस बन जाती है, जिसके ऊपर पूरी की पूरी रोशनी जो है सूर्य की आने वाली एक पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पर कन्वर्ज होती है, जिससे हीट प्रोड्यूस होता है और हीट प्रोड्यूस होने की वजह से पेपर चलने लगता है। द डिस्टेंस ऑफ दिस इमेज फ्रॉम द पोजीशन ऑफ द मिरर गिव्स द अप्रॉक्सीमेट वैल्यू ऑफ फोकल लेंथ ऑफ द मिरर। सो in this way we can say that mirror is able to produce heat with the help of method of converging of sunlight. Now we will see relation between focal length and radius of curvature. Earlier we have learned the definition of focal length and radius of curvature. As you know, the relation between the radius of curvature r and focal length f of a spherical mirror is just focal length is twice of radius of curvature. As you know, the distance between pole and focus point is called focal length, and the distance between pole and center of curvature, that is also known as radius of curvature, is r. So we can prove that r is equal to 2f, means radius of curvature r is just double of focal length. So we can say that principal focus of a spherical mirror lies midway between the pole and center of curvature. Now we will talk about the rules of formation of images with the help of concave and convex mirror. First rule is a ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection will pass through the principal focus in case of concave mirror or appear to diverge from the principal focus in case of a convex mirror. See here, this ray is coming just parallel to the principal axis CP, and after reflection from the mirror, it is going towards focus point, and through focus point, it is going away from the mirror. This is first rule of image formation. Second is when a ray passing through principal focus, after reflection, it is coming out parallel to the principal axis. This you can see here in second image. This is the ray coming to the focus point, and after focus point it is getting reflected from the mirror and going parallel to the principal axis. Now third is a ray passing through the center of curvature of a concave mirror are directed in the direction of the center of curvature of a convex mirror. After reflection is reflected back along the same path. Here you can see in third image ray coming from infinitive passing through center C point, center of curvature. After reflection from mirror, it is again following the same path in opposite direction. So this is the third rule of image formation. And fourth is a ray incident oblique to the principal axis. Here you can see in fourth it is coming to the pole of the mirror, and after reflection from the mirror it is going away from the mirror, and these two rays will form the angle between principal axis. Incident ray will form the angle of incidence, and reflected ray will form the angle of reflection. So here we can say that I and R is equal to each other. In this way we can just follow the rule of image formation in spherical mirror in both cases, whether it is concave or convex. This rule will be followed. कॉनकेव मिरर के द्वारा किस प्रकार की इमेज फॉर्म होती है, इस चीज को अलग अलग इमेजेस में हम अध्ययन करेंगे। ऑब्जेक्ट को अलग अलग पोजीशन पर रख के किस प्रकार से इमेज फॉर्म होती है, इस चीज को विल स्टडी हियर। फर्स्ट इज एट infinitive. When we are keeping the object at infinitive, at the focus F, image will form and it will be highly diminished, means it will be in the form of point, and this image will be real and inverted. Just you can see here in image A, we have kept the object at infinitive, just shown by dotted line. Here you can see from A and from B. So that line coming from point A, will just assume, will after reflection it will go through focus point F. And here also you can see here rays coming from B, after reflection it is also going through F only. So the point focus is here, and there is a point in the form of image. This point image is inverted and real. So we can see that second image here, when object is kept beyond C, that AB is the object, from A rays going towards the M of mirror, M point of the mirror, and this is AM is parallel to the principal axis. Here you can see, and after reflection it is coming through focus, that is MD, and one more ray coming from point A and crossing the C, center of curvature, and after reflection from the mirror, it is again going back in opposite direction and following the same path. So you can see here AN is cutting the MD at point A dash and B dash. You can see here is the image for AB, and you can see AB is inverted and real. So image formed between center of curvature C and F. We can say that the object kept beyond C will form the image between C and F smaller than the object and inverted and real image. Third is at C. When we are keeping the object at C, center of curvature, you can see here in second diagram, this is from A, ray AD is coming, and after reflection it is going towards focus, and from focus it is going away, and one more rays is coming from A of object, and after reflection it is also going away parallel to the principal axis, and both the rays cutting to each other and forming the image A dash C dash, which is inverted, and at C point only सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर के ऊपर ही इमेज बनता है, इन्वर्टेड बनता है और रियल बनता है और साइज सेम होता है एज ऑब्जेक्ट। तो आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे कि ए बी इज इक्वल टू ए डैश बी डैश, बट इट इज इन्वर्टेड एंड रियल इमेज formed at C only. Third is when object is kept at F. Focus third is when object is kept between C and F. So image will be beyond C. Here you can see, here is the C, here is the F focus, and object AB is here between C and F in your fourth diagram D. So rays coming from A after reflection, it is going to focus, and again you can see here rays coming from A after reflection, it is following the same direction and cutting at A dash. So image A dash B dash is formed beyond C, which is larger than the object, and it is inverted and real image. So next is when object is kept at exactly F, then image will be formed at infinitive, and it will be large image, highly large enlarged image. Here you can see ray diagram. This is AB, that is object, and rays coming from AB point A is going towards mirror point. After reflection from point D of mirror, it is going to infinitive, and one more ray which is after reflection from the mirror, it is going through C and not meeting at any point means that is assumed as infinity point. So we can see here image formed is real, inverted and highly enlarged. And next is between P and F. Here you can see in this concave mirror image formed is object is kept at between F and P, focus and pole. So here image is virtual image, that is imaginary virtual image, and it is bigger than the object kept between F and P. And you can see the ray diagram how it is going to meet on beyond the mirror. So in this way we have seen all the 6 images here. With the help of concave mirror they are formed. Formation of image between a convex mirror. Only 2 type of images are formed in convex mirror, when object is kept at infinitive, and second is when object is kept between infinitive and the pole of the mirror. So here first we'll see in image A ray diagram, object is kept at infinitive. We'll assume rays are coming from infinitive and just meeting to the mirror and reflected from the mirror. These 2 rays reflected from the mirror, and we just assume we are drawing the imaginary line from reflected point of the mirrors and it is meeting at focus point. So we'll see here the meeting point of these 2 rays is the image of the object and it is in the form of point. So we can say that image is highly diminished and it is in point size, but it is virtual and erect. Second case we will consider object between infinitive and the pole. So image will be formed between P and F behind the mirror. Between P and F. This is pole and focus point and it will be behind the mirror. So just you can see ray diagram here, and from reflection point we have drawn 2 imaginary lines which is meeting at a point between P and F, and you can see here image is smaller than the object and it is just between P and F, virtual and erect. So in this way we can see here how images are formed in convex mirror. Now we will see how concave mirror and convex mirrors are used in our day-to-day life. What are the applications of these mirrors? So here one by one we will see here. Concave mirrors are commonly used in torches, searchlights and vehicle headlights to get powerful parallel beam of light, and some more uses are there, you can just study. They are often used as saving mirrors to see a large image of the face The dentists use concave mirrors to see large images of the teeth of patients, and large concave mirrors are used to concentrate sunlight to produce heat in solar furnaces. During a study of concave mirror, we have just seen the how paper are getting burned with the help of concave mirror. You have just seen there. And second application of convex mirrors are commonly used as rear view mirrors in vehicles. These mirrors are fitted on the sides of the vehicle, enabling the driver to see traffic behind him to facilitate safe driving. Convex mirrors are preferred because they always give an erect, though diminished image. Also, they have a wider field of view as they are curved outwards. Thus, convex mirrors enable the driver to view much larger area than would be possible with a plane mirror. So, we have seen the application of mirrors here. Sign of convention for calculation of distances between mirror, pole and object is taken. Here you can see we are just following the rule of coordinate for calculating the distances in the mirror. The object is always placed to the left of the mirror, just we have seen there also. This implies that the light from the object falls on the mirror from the left hand side. So this distance as per coordinate will take as negative, and vertical distance is taken as positive here. All distances parallel to the principal axis are measured from the pole of the mirror. You can see just this is P, pole of the mirror, and this is X, X dash axis. This is Y, Y dash axis. So along with P to X, all distances measured are in negative, and P to X, all distances measures are in positive. If you are talking about vertical up, like height, is taken as positive, and vertical down taken as negative. Here also in same way we can consider all the distances measured to the right of the origin along with plus x-axis are taken as positive, while those measured to the left of the origin along x minus x-axis are taken as negative. Distance measured perpendicular to and above the principal axis along plus xy axis are taken as positive. Distances measured perpendicular to and below the principal axis along minus y axis are taken as negative. So in this way we can decide which distance is positive, which is negative, and this will be applicable while calculating the focal length, image distance and object distance. We'll see here mirror formula and magnification of image. So here in a spherical mirror, the distance of the object from its pole is called the object distance, that is denoted by u, and the distance of the image from the pole of the mirror is called the image distance, v, and the distance between P and F, that is focus point, is called focal length and denoted by F here. So just you understand once more, हम ये कह सकते हैं कि पोल और ऑब्जेक्ट के बीच की दूरी को U कहते हैं एंड पोल और इमेज के बीच की दूरी को V से डिनोट करते हैं एंड पोल और फोकस पॉइंट, प्रिंसिपल फोकस की दूरी को फोकल लेंथ स्मॉल f से डिनोट करते हैं. देन द रिलेशन बिटवीन f, v and u is written as 1 by v plus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f. इस रिलेशन को f, v और u के रिलेशन को हम 1 by v 1 plus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f के फॉर्म में लिखते हैं. और हमारा नेक्स्ट मैग्निफिकेशन. Magnification produced by a spherical mirror gives the relative extent to which the image of an object is magnified with respect to the object size. So we can say that कि magnification is the ratio between height of image to the height of object. It is expressed as the ratio of the height of the image to the height of the object and denoted by m. We can also write this formula m is equal to minus v by u, that is also true for magnification of the image. Now we'll see one numerical, that is a convex mirror used for rear view on a automobile has a radius of curvature of 3 meter. If a bus is located at 5 meter from this mirror, find the position, nature and size of the image. सॉल्यूशन इस प्रकार है. यहाँ पर आप देखिए, radius of curvature, that is r, is given and that is plus 3 meter. In case of convex mirror, dimension of r will be in positive direction. So, but object, if you are considering object is always kept left side of the mirror, so it will be negative, and which is equal to minus 5 meter here. Image distance, that is v, in case of convex mirror it is also considered as a positive only. So height of the image in convex mirror, height of image will be in positive direction, that is vertical and straight. Focal length is f. Just we have read 2f is equal to r, means focal length is just double of radius of curvature. So from there we have taken formula as f is equal to r by 2, because we know that r is equal to 2f. So here 3 meter is the radius of curvature, that will be divided by 2, and we can take 1.5 meter as a focal length, and it will be also positive because focal length in case of convex mirror is positive. Since we can take the formula for calculating V, here you can just see we have to calculate V because of question. So 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F, as you know. So by putting all parameters in this, we'll calculate V as a 1.15 meter. And second thing is magnification. So here just I have talked magnification is equal to minus V by U. So by putting V 1.15 and minus sign is always already in formula. So here minus will come, and this is U minus 5 meter because U is in negative. So after calculation it will come 0.23, that is magnification. So the image is virtual, erect and smaller in size by a factor of 0.23. That's all. If you have any doubt, you just put in comment box. I will try to solve your all problems, and if you are having any doubt in your any lesson, you just tell me in comment box. Again, I will solve your problem, try to solve your problem, and my second part of this lecture will come in the form of refraction of light. Just subscribe the channel, like the channel, and write the comment in the comment box. Thank you.